everyone, good afternoon. Tim Ead here, Faith Factor TV, living on the edge. As always, if I'm not living on the edge, I'm taking up way too much space. I've missed you and I've been busy, and I know that you've been busy. Now, sometimes we put on these little smiles, say, yeah, I've been busy, everything's good, and sometimes things aren't good, and we've been in a really difficult place. And probably people, I've had people for years saying, man, how are you always so positive? Don't you know what I'm going through? And I'll tell you what, the last several weeks, I've been tested, not just my mettle, M-E-T-T-L-E, but my faith. And you know what? I always come back and I say, my faith is so strong right now, as it has been. When we get to a point when we say enough's enough. Now, I don't know about you, somebody pushes you against the wall, backs you into a corner, you're either gonna cower down or you're gonna fight your way out. And it takes only one thing to do to get out of that corner or get your back up off the wall. What is that one thing? Is to decide today's going to be a new day. Well, you know, with the help of some really important people, I have made today a new day. I'm going to share that with you. What is it that we have to do to make today a new day? Decide. I decided. I got pushed against the wall, I was in the corner, getting lefts and rights thrown on me. This is real. It's called life. Whatever it may be, life, business, overwhelmed, challenges, fear tries to creep in, and the only answer to fear is faith. The only answer to negativity is positivity. The only answer to hate is love. It's in its opposites, law of polarity. So my invitation to you on this really special day is to shed your skin. Make a mark inside of your mind, a permanent mark that says today is a different day than any other day in my entire existence. And if you need to make the mark not just in your mind, make it somewhere else, a permanent mark, and shed your skin. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Stay with me. Here's my mark. Now, it's not finished yet. Not finished by a long shot. It's got a lot of really important symbolism. It's my first tattoo in my life, and I want it to mean something, and it's also got a lot of my heritage. I believe that we should never forget where we came from. If you're in a wonderful place right now, never forget where you came from, because maybe it was a tougher place. And if you've been in a tougher place than you are right now, then you'll appreciate and throw gratitude into where you are right now. If you've been in a tougher place, the only answer to what was going on then or what's going on now is simply to focus on gratitude, being grateful for what you have. So many of us think about the things that we don't have and the things that we want, and the way that universal laws work are simply this. We don't appreciate and aren't really truly grateful for what we have, then why would we deserve more? Why? So every day I focus on gratitude, and this reminder every day permanently on me is a reminder of where I'm grateful for where I come from. What I mean by that is this: my mother, Mimi, my father, Gamal, God rest his soul, my mother and father from Cairo, Egypt, and all my ancestors before that. And what a wonderful place, what a wonderful history in Egypt. And yet, I was fortunate enough to be born first generation in the United States of America. I consider it to be the greatest country in the world. Born in the capital of this country, in fact. And I have a U.S. passport. I can go anywhere in the world, and I want to go to so many places in the world, but I'm grateful not only where I am, but where I've been and where I came from and my history. And I want to invite you to be grateful not only, as I know you are, for your history, but even for the experiences that you've had. Because if you get to have experiences, whatever you may call them, at least you're alive. And you get to keep having these experiences. Because if you're not having any more experiences here, it means your spirit's moved on somewhere else. My invitation is really simply this. If you're in a place right now where you feel like your back's against the wall, and you feel like you're in the corner, and you've been like this for a while, and I've done that, you absorb blow after blow, and then finally, there's just that one blow. Maybe it just hits you in this one spot where it really hurts, and it makes you angry. And people say that anger isn't good. But I say if you take your anger in a positive way and you direct it to what you want, to just say, this is not acceptable. I'm angry about getting hurt and I'm fighting back and I'm coming out of the corner and I'm coming off the wall and I'm doing something different starting today. I'm shedding my skin, who I was, what I did, what I thought, and how I reacted versus responded in the past. Everything going on in your life and mine is cause and effect. Emerson said that's the law of laws. It's true. And we sometimes look at the effects. Here's what's going on, here's what's going on. What are the causes? Once we understand that the causes are all things that we can control through our habits, then we can start to change our habits, our causes, our effects, our results in our lives. Today's the day. Today's your day. And today's our day. Tim Ead here, looking back far enough to ancient Egypt and looking into now, in this moment that I'm privileged to share with you, and I'm looking into the future. And the question is your future from this day on just gonna happen? Are you hoping next year is gonna be better than this year? Are you hoping 5 years from now someone's gonna take mercy on your soul and things are gonna be easier? Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Become better. And the future will become better, not because it just happens to be, but because it happened that way by design, because you and I decided to. Today's that day, not soon. Procrastination is the opposite of decision. Make a decision and don't procrastinate, because I want to share this with you, and it's really, really important too. I would not have this. I've been in the process of deciding to get permanent, meaningful ink on my body for a long time, and I really, really want to thank two people for that. I want to especially thank my girlfriend, Gwen Reese. Thank you. I appreciate your not only introducing me to the amazing artist, Reb, that's T. Reb Brown, Vintage Ink Tattoos in Clearwater, Florida. Reb is amazing. I told him a lot of the components that I wanted to have from Egypt, from my heritage, and what they mean in my life now as I feel it and understand it and want to share with you. And he designed something that I believe in what he did so amazingly that I didn't even make any changes. I said, I love it exactly the way that your vision came out with my vision, and Gwen participated in that process. And then Gwen dragged me because it's so easy to procrastinate. I could have waited and waited and waited. She knew that I wanted to do it, and she knew that Reb's the right person. I knew that it's the right time and it's the right day. So I want to thank you, Gwen. I want to thank you, Reb, and I want to thank all of you, because there's a part of me that you see and that you don't see in everything that I do that is inspired by all the lives that you're leading right now. Strengths, your children, your parents, your fights, your struggles. I draw strength and I draw experience and I draw inspiration from all of you and from all of what you do. The best is yet to come. I promise you, I did not go through some of the things that I've gone through so I can come out on the other side weaker. I came out, and I am now and will be stronger, just like you. Tim Ead here, Faith Factor TV, living on the edge, but not going over the edge. Have a great day. Thank you.